I still remember Celek. At some point last year, we're like at practice and we're talking, and he said, like, you know what's like crazy? I like watch what these guys are doing and can't imagine doing this anymore.
Oh, dude,
like
we had that conversation today, dude.
Like the physicality of it is just like
just wait till you're watching these games and these dudes are getting smoked. And like, holy shit! I can't believe I did it.
Well, you know how you come out like off like a long IR and they come in and work you out in the bubble to see if you can come back, like hide you from the media. Like I remember, and they bring like some big P squad guy in full pads. You're like, hit him. I remember they did that. Like they're coming off a broken leg, and I was like, God damn, dude! Holy shit! All right, so I'm gonna let Beau take it away in a second, but basically we were just hanging out in the facility and bothered Kelce and Celek until they came out into the RV.
Are we going?
Kind of.
Okay. All right.
Take it away.
Hey, yeah, joined here by some legends. See, Chris, the thing about retiring from playing football is you miss shooting the shit with the guys in the cafeteria.
It's the best.
We just did that shit for like 2 hours. It felt fucking amazing.
We probably wasted all of our podcast content.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of conversations. Some of it not going to go on the podcast.
For sure.
How late do you remember? Were you both at that table? Remember at the hotel where we'd stay until like midnight?
Saturday night.
We just sit up there until midnight.
Yeah, of course.
Who else did it? Jordan Hicks.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Hicks. I feel like Ertz was always part of
Maragos.
that. Maragos.
Lane. Eat a dinner. Eat a second dinner. Eat a dessert.
Ice
eat
cream.
a third dinner.
The ice cream.
The turkey burgers late at night.
Dude, I was a pasta guy before the game. It was like, yeah, I need these fucking carbs for these 15 snaps I'm going to play on Sunday. This is really going to get me right.
You were actually gaining weight through the season.
Celek was the first person that told me that you get to a point in your career where you can't eat ice cream anymore.
I would still eat it.
No. And then like we're in like week 13 and Celek's like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have had that ice cream. Yeah. It's Sunday. It's like, bro, it's week 13. You're in year 13 or whatever. Like,
yeah, it's the ice cream, bro.
Ice cream, brother.
Let me tell you, when I got to 13, it's the ice cream. It makes such a difference.
So
honestly, my body is a lot better than it was when I played. Like when I played, I would have been self-conscious to take my shirt off, and I think it was the ice cream. I think it was those Saturday nights, honestly, because you're just—it's false. You think you're actually like going to burn it all up, but you're not.
Yeah,
like you're not.
Not when you're only playing 20 plays a game. Like us.
Kelce whatever he wanted. Yeah. Fuck. Where do we go from here? Let's talk about Paris. Can we talk about Paris?
I want to give Kels shit first because you retired, obviously, Kels, but you've been at her. Kels texted me this morning saying he's trying to get a workout at 7 a.m. at Novacare. I'm like, dude, they're not going to fucking let me in. They don't let me into the building, all right? This is not like a normal thing.
I couldn't tell the way you were just walking into staff locker room.
Exactly. You are definitely welcome forever in the Philadelphia Eagles building. I disagree with that.
Yeah, because I'm your guys' fucking sidekick.
Hey, he's speaking for the organization. He's He's like, you are welcome.
Thank you, Eagles organization.
So,
I'm always welcome.
What are you doing these days for people that don't know?
So with the Eagles, I have a little part-time role. I basically scout all the incoming tight ends. This year I did corners too. And then during the season, I'll mentor some of the young tight ends. And then I do real estate pretty much full time.
Check him out.
Yeah.
He's selling real estate from New Hope to Swedesboro, bro. Yeah. Right? Is that right?
That's pretty much it. Okay. And then I got 4 kids, so they keep me busy.
So we saw you earlier at practice. We were giving you shit because you had cleats on.
Yeah.
But tell us why.
Well, you got to have cleats on if you're going to do anything out on the field.
Yeah.
Hold a bag.
You want to get run over.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let some dude just put me on skates out there.
Slick out
They're going to feel this 260.
He looks good.
I saw you getting a 3-point stance on scout team. You look nice. You're like a 3-tech.
Dude, I honestly probably have like 10 plays left in me.
I think we all might have a few. Yeah. I mean, you definitely have like 60.
Yeah, Kelce could actually just go back in and play.
He could.
Kelce told me earlier
lost
today
weight, though.
he's unretiring.
How much weight have you lost?
Kelce told me earlier he's
276 this morning. 276. Who's big? Because I was stuck at 280 for a long time.
When you played?
No, for the last like 3 months. It was a long.
Well, how much did you weigh at the end?
295.
What's the least you ever weighed for like a game where you...
In Chip Kelly's offense, there were a few games where I probably was in the 270s.
So Aaron Donald told me, what did he say he weighed?
252 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Against
This is incredible.
I don't doubt it.
Against the Bengals, I think.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's crazy.
For a 3 technique, that's insane.
But I mean, Kelce,
It speaks to how unbelievably
That's what I was
explosive and
doing in
strong.
English.
but what'd you say?
3 technique and
Good point.
275?
Yeah, but
Kels?
to do what he does.
Was the lightest you played at?
Oh, yeah, 275. No,
What'd you say the lightest you played at was?
In the 270s. I don't remember. I remember the scale saying 270 something. I was like, oh crap, I gotta eat some food.
But I feel like for your game, like that's not. I mean,
Well, in Chip's offense, it wasn't that bad because it was there was no stopping. So it like benefited you a little bit to be lighter because, as you know, the tempo slows down the big guys.
yeah, I know.
But it did not transition well for when we stopped and huddled. No.
Or if teams go bare and you have like a fucking
Even
Keem
that.
Hicks lined up over you, zero.
Dexter
Keem.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I was not 270 when Dexter was.
Yeah, right? Because I remember you talking about him.
Yeah, but I think it just depended on the style of offense and the plays being run. I think in Chip's offense, the weight did not hinder it that much, but it was actually a big transition going back to Doug's offense, and I think that was a big deal because I forgot how much going out of that tempo offense, how much more energy when the defense has more energy, how much more that impacts how well they bull rush and how hard they play.
Especially later in drives, you know, like.
Dude, later in drives.
Yeah,
three and outs. It was a lot of Chip's offense was like 3 and outs over scoring.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those things where like when we built momentum, it was really hard to stop. It was hard sometimes to get that
To
momentum.
get going.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so you never Chip was not like hey, we're three downs at a time here. Like just get the first 10 yards to start a drive. Like it was more about like trying to score.
No. I think a lot of it was just getting it started. But when you're like, I think a lot of when you start in tempo, you can be 3 and out real quick.
Right, because you guys were
Made
in
it tough
tempo
on the
from the
defense.
beginning of the drive. I got you.
Yeah. So I think when you did get that first down, because you were continually going with tempo, it was hard a lot of times for the defenses to regain their composure or to have the legs to finish off. Like drives usually were either like long play drive scores or like long number of play drive scores or like 3 and out. Like it wasn't a lot of in between.
But that puts a lot of pressure then on your. Well, if your defense is playing well, you could be tired too because you got to right back out
keep
there.
going out and on.
Yeah.
I remember the thing that Chip would always talk about is like possessions per game, which I thought was interesting. But then I feel like on the flip side of the coin, on defense, we have more possessions too sometimes. Like I remember we played a fuck ton of snaps.
I remember coming off the field after like the quickest 3 and out. It took us like 10 seconds. And we would look at the defense and they look at us like, you guys serious?
Like, fuck you.
That Dallas game when it was like DeMarco was there and it was like the first time he was playing Dallas and we had like negative yards rushing in the game and I was like, man, this is like. But there was a lot of things.
We were talking about conditioning. Can you share the Kylie rule? Is that okay about exercise?
Yeah, so I mean, she just implemented this, but she said I have to work out a minimum of 3 days a week. Otherwise, she doesn't want to deal with me.
It's so true, man. Like I don't know if you guys noticed this. Like you just got out. You've been out a couple years. So like, but I feel like part of why guys struggle afterwards is not just because of like missing football, but it's also like we're accustomed to a certain amount of physical activity.
Oh yeah.
For your dopamine, for how you feel when you wake up in the morning, like everything.
Yeah.
We don't feel right unless we work out.
Yeah.
And that for me, if I don't work out, I'm like tough to deal with.
Same, yeah, and that's why she's implemented this rule.
Yeah.
And when I've worked out, I am in a great mood. I interact well at home with my kids and everybody. Like I just am a better person. Yeah. When I don't work out, I think part of it, like what you're saying, is like you feel like you're not really being productive for the day, like you're missing something. Mm-hmm. And then on top of it,
you're almost mad at yourself, and then you become mad at everybody.
Like, and all day you're like, when do I get it in? When do I get it in?
Yeah,
I'm never getting it in.
You just gotta get out and get it in. You gotta get out. Hey, by the way, we've got some Eagles bourbon, which I didn't even know existed, but they're so gracious that they gave us some Eagles bourbon. Celek, who are the tight ends in the league you like now? I know you can't talk about guys you scouted or guys on this team, but like, who are the guys that you like watching in today's game at tight end?
His brother, I mean, obviously. Greatest tight end of all time.
You think?
I think now he's solidified himself.
About Gronk.
I'm a Gronk guy.
Gronk is
but
a
I also
beast,
think it's like 1A, 1B. Like they're almost two different players.
I'm biased. He's my brother. I think.
Yeah, you got to think
but
that.
I think Listen, Gronk was fantastic.
I think Gronk was a better blocker.
Well,
No,
there's
your
no
brother
argument.
could be.
But
Don't you say that.
don't you say that? What would Travis say?
I think Trav would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Trav. I think if he was in a system that required him to do it, I think he could have done that stuff.
But you got to come up doing that. Yeah.
Well, I think he would be conditioning his body differently and doing different. Like he has it in him to be a good blocker.
How does he condition his body currently?
He's a route runner, bro. He's running. Like,
is he
he's
playing
not,
hoops to stay in shape? Like
he
is
used to,
like,
I think. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to ask.
Tell us somebody that people would be surprised by that you might doesn't think get enough credit at tight end.
I would say T.J. Hawkinson's a good tight end.
Yeah, I like the guy in Detroit who replaced him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Stan Laporta.
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 Yeah, Laporta was good.
Those Iowa guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kittle's good, yeah.
Well, isn't it weird that, like, Kittle barely got the ball at Iowa? I know that's not what they do.
That Iowa offense is just...
Honestly, I went back and watched his college tape. It's hard to see Kittle the way he is now with the college tape that he had.
Really?
Yeah, I went back and watched his brother. You could see his brother had it.
Yeah.
But, like, I couldn't see it with Kittle.
Yeah.
It was just,
When you
I don't know,
watch
he's
it-
robotic.
When you watch it, what are you looking at as far as like
When you evaluate tight end.
Yeah, athletic ability,
Yeah.
number one. Can they run? Do they have shake to them? A little bit, like
Are they loose?
with receivers and tight ends, you got to have that like basketball shake too. The best ones always do.
So his
Travis.
brothers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was it the hips?
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
'Cause I feel like
can you
Travis
juke
does
somebody,
such
really?
a good
It's
job
like-
of catching the ball with his back turned to the defense, making a move, and then making a guy miss in like a zone coverage. You know what I'm saying?
he
Like,
makes that
It's
tackle where
incredible.
you're like, oh, I'm like running full speed to hit this guy in the back, and all of a sudden he's
like,
off you.
Shakes it.
Like if you
It's
watch
like
him in
5 yards.
college, his run after the catch was elite.
No, you know what he's really good at is obviously, and everybody knows this, is him and Patrick finding space.
Yeah. No, that's
Extended
been.
downs.
I mean, Trav was really good with Alex Smith too. And
Yeah.
like Trav is a great player on his own, but I do agree. Like he is a very like instinctual player, and he plays very free. And Pat is the same way. And somehow both of those dudes are on the same page a lot.
Yeah.
Being that operating that way, and it's hard for a defense to like game plan for that
That's
because
the
they just
basketball
go.
thing, though.
They play it free at times, and it's like, how do you game plan against that? Because it's going to be different depending on what you do as a play caller.
Yeah, he runs this like sail route that it can't be covered because he stops, he goes, you know, he can pretty much freestyle throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's like other teams that are trying to implement that, but it's hard.
Explain
Like,
the
you
sail
gotta-
route to people.
A sail route is like when you're going to run a deep over
Yep,
and then
and
you
then you
stop
go
and
up.
then you run like a corner.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a sail route.
So the whole time he's
So like he can run the full sail route, or if it's zone and there's a guy sitting in the zone, he can just sit down or he can run back.
But you have to be on the same page with your corner.
Yeah, or you can screw
need to
him.
have the freedom and
Yeah.
the, you know.
That's why a lot of teams don't do that. They don't give you the freedom.
Yeah.
And I don't think he probably, when he was younger, he didn't have that freedom.
Right.
As he's getting older,
He's getting that J.J. Watt for you.
Exactly. Your new role of scouting with the Eagles here a little bit because
We just did that.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
Let me fucking cook, all right? Dad. Obviously, like a couple good young, defensive backs for the Birds here. And I remember you were telling me about how you're hiring.
Can you talk about them?
I just want to know what you've seen from them so far and how, playing in the NFL for as long as you did as a pass catcher, like how that kind of sets you up for success in scouting these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I enjoy watching different positions because I feel like I'm learning.
Yeah.
Watching defensive backs, I only did it 1 year. We'll see how it turns out in a couple years and how all the guys do that I thought were really good. I will say, like, I love Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I think
awesome stuff.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing when I watch these guys, like, I like to see the stuff on film, but I also like to talk to them for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really important. I mean, we were all in a bunch of locker rooms, and I think when you talk to a guy, you can get a good feel. Is he going to be liked in the locker room? Is he going to be able to be in a NFL locker room?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like his ability. I think, he's unbelievable corner. Personality-wise, I think he fits right in. He's a Philly guy. He just works, doesn't say much.
He came back to Toledo after.
Dude, I heard a story that somebody offered him. You said the same thing.
Could have got a lot of money playing elsewhere with the NIL rules.
Yeah,
and decided to stay because he wanted to finish with his teammates.
Yeah, like in my report, I write that because I think that's cool. There was a couple guys this year that had opportunities to go to Alabama, Michigan, and they decided, no, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
If you could have done it over, go around the room, where are you committing? You couldn't commit to Cincy or Wisconsin.
Notre Dame.
Dude, it's funny you say that. I got recruited by Notre Dame too. They want to make me a guard.
Yeah,
I never got recruited.
My dad wanted to make me.
It would have been so much. You would have made so much more money.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's that is true. You'd go somewhere warm, wouldn't you?
I thought hard about going to Notre Dame, and I was like, this feels like a fucking.
I go to West Virginia.
I don't know.
I go to West Virginia. The way that Owen Schmidt, your boy, was deified there.
Yeah,
I mean I think West Virginia, Morgantown is just a crazy place in general. Yeah, it would be a fun
in the middle of nowhere.
That's not. It's beautiful there, though. What's your answer?
No, I looked at I think Notre Dame, honestly, or Stanford maybe.
Am I just walking on someplace else?
No, you have a college. No. This time they're like, oh, this guy's gonna be really good. I don't think he's gonna play linebacker either. We'll just.
I guess I would go with the other school that I really liked in my recruiting process, which is, I mean, being from Ohio, I think it's hard to not say Ohio State because that's like what everybody in Ohio cares about.
You don't strike me as an Ohio State.
But I really like Pittsburgh. I don't know why. I really liked the school. I really liked Dave Wanstead, the coach at the time, and Paul Rose, I think, was the DC. It was I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I could see you. They're always tough. Yeah. Pittsburgh always has tough guys in the league, and the guys that go to the league always perform better than you think.
I think it's true. I think Cincinnati's like that too, actually. But yeah.
I could see you at the U. You seem like one of those guys that would go down to like
Miami. Sound like Miami with a big chain. Come on.
You know it's kind of true. All right, so
the other tight end university outside of Iowa.
What's the most fun and the least fun you've ever had watching your brother play?
Well, don't
say the Super Bowl because obviously
that's the most fun. I mean, you see me afterwards.
But I mean,
what were you doing? Nobody saw that.
Let's say like a game that
the Buffalo game was freaking awesome. Like being able to tailgate that was really cool.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went up to that one? I mean, were you in the stadium, obviously? Where'd you sit? Was that when you took your shirt off?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Describe the scene when Bass missed that field goal.
I don't even.
Kelce was blacked out.
Yeah.
So was Bass.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so engulfed by the people in that stadium. It was a fun atmosphere. I have not tailgated a lot, but I really thoroughly enjoyed taking that experience in, and then watching them win was also, watching the Chiefs win was.
We're going up there tomorrow. We get to finally see. Well, I'm going up to Buffalo tomorrow.
Because we're talking to Josh, right?
I don't know if we're allowed to. No, you can say it. The reason I always liked your brother, but the reason I thought it solidified for me what a good dude he is, he used to come to your games in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
That's love. That's brother shit.
Yeah, it was funny because obviously we lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And nobody for the first 11 years of my career cared that I went to Chiefs games and wore Chiefs gear. And then after that, the next year, they're like, why are you wearing Chiefs gear?
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for since my brother's been engaged.
That's tough.
Yeah, I think we've always, tried to support each other when we can. And when your brother's playing, it's hard to be able to, when you both are playing, it's hard to find the time. So unfortunately, it's usually once you've already been eliminated. And you fucking hate that you're out of the playoffs, but you're like, screw it, I'm going to go watch
He came on a bye week when
he did.
He came in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And just having been through that with a brother, I'm like, man, wouldn't have had the energy. I love Kyle, but it would have been tough to get in a fucking plane and go watch the
bye week, you're usually trying to take advantage of that bye week, not go to another football game.
Yeah. Yeah. How was Paris?
Awesome.
I was so fucking, it's so funny seeing our boy is the main character right now, and it's not like he's trying to be the main character.
It's unbelievable, dude.
But it's everywhere he goes, he's the main character, and I'm just watching the Olympics in Montana with my kids, and I'm like, oh, there's my friend. Why is he? What's he doing? He's arm wrestling
cheating his ass off to beat some girl in arm wrestling.
So yeah.
What? Well, my kids call him Travis's brother.
Did I say that? What? So how was it? Soup to nuts? Should we go to the Olympics one year? Is it
Yeah, I mean, so I've always loved watching the Olympics. I've always I think it's one of those few events where the entire world comes together and you embrace the act like sports, right? And I think I've always loved Olympians. I've always wanted to do that. Obviously, that's one downfall of football is you don't get that opportunity.
Never too late.
Well, as a football player,
Do you see speedwalkers?
Dude, there's no chance my
bobsled team, dude. Bobsled team. I got an email from the NFLPA say they're looking for former football players.
Can we get them on the fluton?
My brother and I've talked about maybe curling. Curling is low impact.
That's smart.
That's why Jared Allen is like a real good curler.
Is he?
Yeah,
no,
he's
I thought he was
Olympic
doing the bobsled stuff.
No, I think he's doing curling. Yeah. Jared Allen and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys, former football players in it. But so, how was the city? Like, had you ever been to Paris?
So, Kylie and I did our honeymoon in Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had not been back since. Kylie, she says she's not fluent, but she sounds fluent. So, to me, she's fluent. She speaks impeccable French. So, the point that every time she speaks at the other French people or the Parisians are like complimenting her on her accent, or they think we're Canadian.
Yeah.
Like, so like she's like very. So I think that like helps us
not be American.
Yeah, like they like us.
Do they like us?
I don't think they like tourists in general.
Right.
I think they get overwhelmed because it's such.
So it's
like
not personal. They just might not like.
I just think there's a lot of Americans. I think overseas can get loud and rambunctious. I mean, we're a loud rambunctious crowd.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I couldn't see you getting.
If I was not with Kylie, I guarantee they would hate me. They do with me because I'm with Kylie.
Did French people know who you were? Jason Kelce.
Not really. They didn't care one bit. But there's so many Americans over there. Yeah, right?
Yeah, they really
the beret. I saw the beret. Okay, so you arm wrestled a gal on the...
Nicole from the...
She was kind of a fucking dog. Was that more of a battle than you thought it would be?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't... Dude, I hate saying yes to arm wrestling.
Me too.
Dude, especially when it's
always
somebody that's smaller than you, because it's like a lose situation. Like, if I win, it's like, oh, look at the big guy picking on the smaller person. If you lose, it's like, that guy's a...
Beyond the Olympics.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And then we're pro athletes, so even if we were big for no reason, there's more pressure on us than the
But,
others.
I'm in her... I was in Nicole's territory. I'm at the Olympics, obviously, and she's like, yeah, do you want to arm wrestle? I'm like, all right. I'm not going to turn down arm wrestling an Olympian at the Olympics. So
no, you can't turn that down.
But that was like
was it easy though when you're arm wrestling? Like, could you just pin it quick?
Dude, Kelce had his off arm in it and everything.
Why are we?
Okay, he's cheating. And the star rugby gal who's made a lot of.
Alona, yeah.
She's a beast, huh? She's
definitely a beast. She was
super
throwing
athlete.
women around the field. Yeah,
like fucking prime Marshawn Lynch out there, dude.
And she seems cool as shit.
That is definitely how
she was beast mode.
Fucking get her on the P squad, Cells. Come on, talk about scouting.
Who's the best personality punter you've ever played with?
Come on, dude.
Donnie Jones.
Donnie Jones is the man.
That's so
I miss
Donnie.
I love Donnie.
Dude, Donnie's the best.
Was that not the best speech he gave before the Super Bowl? Remember that?
That was unbelievable.
In the bubble or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I just remember it was...
I don't know how he memorized that.
It was so good. It was like he practiced it in front of the mirror.
Yeah. Well, they don't practice, so he had time.
I got that one cooking for
I wonder where Donnie is these days. If there's one teammate from our Super Bowl team you'd like to reconnect with, you have no idea where the guy might be. Who is it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I got one. A guy, I kind of know where he is. I haven't talked to him in a while, but Timmy Jernigan.
Where is he?
I haven't talked to Timmy in a minute.
Hey, bat signal for Timmy Jernigan.
Timmy, come on the pod, baby. We need you.
Dude, I loved Timmy,
Dude,
bro.
the parade was amazing, right? Obviously, speech. We were all fucking enjoying ourselves, living the dream. The image of fucking Timmy up on top of the bus, smoking a big cigar. Biggest smile you've ever seen. He had a fucking bottle of tequila in one hand.
It was at the Casamigos.
It was so great.
He had the Clune. He was in our bus.
So great.
Yeah,
I always love having conversations with Kendricks, too. Those are always fun.
Bro, we saw him in an autograph signing recently.
Yeah.
We had that signing in Philly.
He's living in Puerto Rico.
Kelce dropped me off.
Kelce dropped you. He gave you a ride?
Kelce gave me a ride.
You call me your dad. He's way more your dad than me. That's legit your dad. I'm an uncle. I'm like a fucking...
Daddy.
No. But that signing was awesome because I went and I was just like, I'll probably see a couple of people. Walk in there. Doug's in there.
Yeah.
Deuce is in there. Yeah. Fucking guy puts his hand on my shoulder. I turn around. It's Foles.
Dom was there too.
He put his dick on my shoulder.
Yeah.
What? Hey, buddy, haven't seen you in a while.
Be like a necktie.
But Doug was there, and it was just like, man.
God bless that guy, dude.
He did already.
I saw Doug in Tahoe, and that was awesome.
He's just fucking awesome, dude.
He's just the best.
He's the best. How's TV?
I mean, we've done one thing.
I know, so how is it? Because that's what it's going to be every day.
I mean, we'll see.
Whatever you thought it was, it's just going to be that way.
No, it was good. I mean, it's an opportunity to, build some chemistry with all the guys you can be on set with. I know you know Ryan.
Yeah.
And
I know
Scott.
all your boys over there, dude.
Do you know Marcus that well? I know
Spears a little bit. I love Marcus Spears.
Dude, awesome.
What an awesome dude he is.
So it's just good to be around the team and get like a warm-up set in.
Yeah.
We do one preseason game.
Yeah.
It's on top of it, you're talking about like the Canton game. So you're talking about like all these legendary players that played the game. So it was fun. It was a good time.
Let me ask you this. What's your worst on-air fear?
I don't know. I mean, swearing is up there.
Yeah, right?
But
you know who does that a lot now is Paul Pierce.
Does he?
He'll be on like national TV and he'll be like, this motherfucker. And Skip Bayless is like,
you can't do that.
You can do it. You can pull it off.
I'm trying to, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm fearful that I'm not going to be like prepared because I feel like there's a lot more like autonomy on making sure you're on top of your stuff. Once you're like removed from it, you got to like go out of your way to like really watch things and really like iron in on like what's happening to do like a reputable job, which I don't want to go up there and sound like, and I'm not going to say like, sure, like I just think that I want to go up there and do a good job because I think there's a service to the guys that are still in it and what's happening. And that's, I guess, my big fear is like not doing that well.
That's my worst fear is killing guys by accident.
Yeah.
Not trying to, but it's
or wrongly. Like you don't
know who's supposed to be in that gap.
Know the intricacies of what happened.
Yeah,
and
what the fuck they're being coached to do.
And I think when you get removed from it, it's very easy, I think, for a former player to not truly understand the ins and outs of like what's happening in a specific situation, but you still have to give your opinion.
Yes.
So like I think doing that in a responsible way is like what I really, really want to strive to do.
Yeah.
That's like both accurate and correct. Like
that's who you are. That's why you won't.
Yeah, but I think it's hard. I think it's harder to do than like you can't just watch games and like know 100% all the time. And I think navigating that is going to be the most
Watching
important.
every NFL game every week is a fucking chore.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
By the end of it, it's a chore. But it's also a lot of fun to know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, man, like, I know football better now than I did when I played. And you will too, which is crazy because you know so fucking much.
Well, we'll see. I think I am looking forward for the first time to like watching the AFC. Like, dude, outside of my brother's games, I'm watching almost exclusively NFC games.
Yeah.
Like somebody asked me like mid-season last year, but the Baltimore Ravens are like in passing, I'm watching them, but like you don't really get to focus on that until your season's done with.
Exactly.
Because you're always watching like opponents and people in your division. So like now I actually get to just enjoy the entire landscape, which I'm looking forward to.
Is there one game you're looking forward to the most to like go besides Philly week 2?
I mean, Philly week 2 is great. We have 2 games in Kansas City.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to the first game of the year that we're going to cover, which is Aaron Rodgers' first game back. Like, I think the Jets were really good last year. Obviously, the 49ers are great. They went to the Super Bowl. And the Jets if Aaron Rodgers can be like anything close to what he's been, both of those teams should be 2 of the better teams. So,
am I foolish to say that the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers are contenders?
I don't think the Houston Texans.
You don't think the Houston Texans?
No, I don't think you're foolish.
But on Green Bay, maybe a little soon.
I mean, maybe. I think neither of those are foolish. I think both of them could come out and strike ground. I really am a very big fan of CJ Stroud, and I Love as well. But I think CJ Stroud, just like his personality, how he carries himself, not just how unbelievably good he was last year as a rookie, he just it feels like everything I see of the guy
Me too.
Good leader.
Yeah.
Had all the people over to his house every day to eat.
Yeah.
Like fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are contenders too. Lions are for real contenders this year.
Let's be honest. They should have been. I mean, not should have, but they could have been in the Super Bowl very easily last year.
That's how I felt about Green Bay, though.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when you're in the playoffs, you're a good team and you have a chance. But I don't know. Yeah, the
Lions blew it. Lions blew it. They took the chances that they
I don't want to say they blew it because I think Dan Campbell operating that way is one of the reasons they were there.
The players back them up.
I think that, like, from like a pieces standpoint, it's a very complete team. They somehow were able to keep Johnson, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's super.
Yeah, I'm very bullish. Are we talking like stocks?
We're bullish. Yeah,
bullish
on the Lions. No, I mean, somebody asked me the other day to rank the top 4 teams. I'm like, this is really fucking hard. Yeah. And I put the Lions ahead of the Niners, but I think because the Lions got a lot better. I think they got a lot better. They added some pieces in the secondary. If they work out, great. But a team that can run trap on 3rd and 6 and convert like with regularity, that's a scary fucking team to me. Yeah. And they proved last year, hey, Goff's not great outside. We just fucking play our home games inside. Like, I think I think they're pretty good. I think they're good enough to have some home games. Dan
Campbell is much better coach than I thought he was going to be when he first was hired.
The first
unbelievable.
You were biting kneecaps. Yeah. Like, man, who knows how this is going to go?
It's not looking good for tight ends.
Like, he was a contemporary of yours as a tight end in the NFL, right?
Yeah, he's a big blocker.
Do you remember watching Dan Campbell on film? Yeah. And being like, this guy's a beast.
He's just a big dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was
almost like an offensive tackle.
But that's how they were.
Yeah.
Like when I came in the league and when you came in the league, like that dude in San Diego, I forget his name, super long last name, Polynesian dude, used to be like 310. And they had him at tight end. It wasn't tackle over. You come out of the huddle and be like, tackle over, like bump. Nope, it's just the fucking biggest tight end in the world.
Yeah.
They're just not like that anymore. All right, so I've kept you guys a while. Here's what I'd like to close the show with, or the interview with. We all tell Jason what's going to be great and not so great about retirement.
Oh,
let's just riff.
Yeah,
what's great about a football Sunday this fall? Because the fall.
Yeah.
Just wait, man.
Yeah.
People always talk about the fall.
Yeah.
Jacking the fall off. Oh, the leaves change colors. It's awesome. It's going to be the best. And we're always getting fucking worked to death.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay,
the fall's
what's
amazing.
great and what's not great about football retirement? Fall's amazing.
Yeah.
Fall's great. August is amazing.
My brother and I ranked the seasons on our podcast. I put fall at the bottom.
But that's going to change. And that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
To me, spring is the best.
I agree. Man.
Right now, spring, summer, winter, or maybe I'm going to put winter, but fall was dead last.
Let me tell you something. Summer used to be my number one, and it might have just got bumped down after my first full summer with 3 kids. Like, summer fucking sucks.
A lot of work.
I don't even need to kayak.
Yeah.
Just send them back to school.
Yeah.
Please. I put May as, like, late May is my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
But now the fall's right behind there because, think about it. You're going to wake up on, you're going to be working a lot, right? What's your Sunday like?
I mean, the only jobs I technically have are Monday Night Football and then the podcast that we record on Tuesday.
Well, so that's going to be great because you're going to be waking up and you're going to be like, I can really watch any game I want.
Yeah.
I can fucking, not that you gamble, but maybe we can gamble.
Yeah. I mean, it's an option
fun.
now.
Gambling's fun in retirement. And then just the waking up, getting a breakfast, going for a walk.
Dude, you order Uber Eats and you watch football all fucking day.
Oh, it is
phenomenal.
Sounds
and
good.
then you're like, there's a night game. Fuck it, I'll order some more Uber Eats.
What are you eating from Uber Eats?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm talking about Uber Eats, not GoPuff. GoPuff is pure candy. You know that. Uber Eats on a Sunday. I'm going to start off healthy for lunch and get like a fitness bowl, like a healthy bowl. And then by the time dinner rolls around, that second order is going to be dog shit.
We just eat shit over at our place. We watch football and eat barbecue, and we've got 7 TVs, and it's just like a den of sin.
I'm talking like 5 guys, like trash.
Yeah.
Pot smoke and gambling.
That's how you're supposed to watch football.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me tell you about something that's not great about retiring, Kels. Not to get too philosophical.
Now the long list starts.
That's the one thing you guys agreed on.
Lack of like physical intensity. Like from you know how it is. Like we're fucking tight ends, D linemen, O linemen. Like you have that contact.
Yeah.
You don't have that. You don't have that outlet. In the
So you and Carl had to half line.
Do you want to come up to Philly and fight every once in a while?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's just a lack of physical.
I was looking forward to not having to do that.
No,
join like a jiu-jitsu club.
You just like
do
something.
Or something like that.
No,
you just join a pickleball league and you just get off beating old men at pickleball like what I do.
Here's the thing with the jiu-jitsu thing. Like 4 years into your into retirement, you're gonna realize that like a lot of people can beat you up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not like, and so why try at jujitsu? Like, you know,
I'm talking about for the physical portion of it.
Yeah. I know, but you know, there's other things.
To roll around with guys and get sweaty. I'm sure you'll miss
and get
that,
MRSA and shit. You know, like you escaped an NFL building only to get MRSA on a jujitsu.
I kind of always have thought those cauliflower ears look cool.
Yeah,
real cool.
Yeah, that's cool to avoid, bro. Here's another thing. Okay. Rob Ninkovich told me this when I got out. I called him the first fall, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Why didn't I retire sooner? And he's like, just wait.
Yeah.
He goes, just wait till 3 years out when nobody cares about you anymore, and like the honeymoon phase of retirement.
He'd be the fucking governor.
No, well, maybe this doesn't apply to you, but I can tell you that it does get rough around year 3. The first 2 years are like, oh, this is amazing, and then you're like, oh, I see what guys are fucking losing their minds over.
My career didn't amount to anything at all. I got nothing out of it.
See, actually, I was gonna say my favorite thing about retirement is I think as time goes on, it gets better because I know how to deal with the real world a little bit easier.
Yeah, maybe I'm.
You know,
I remember talking back to the physicality thing.
I love that.
Back to the physicality thing. I still remember Celek. At some point last year, we're like at practice and we're talking, and he said, like, you know what's like crazy? I like watch what these guys are doing and can't imagine doing this anymore.
Oh, dude,
like the
we had that conversation today, dude.
Like the physicality of it is just like
just wait till you're watching these games and these dudes are getting smoked. Holy shit! I can't believe I did it.
Well, you know how you come out like off like a long IR and they come in and work you out in the bubble to see if you can come back, like hide you from the media. Like I remember, and they bring like some big P squad guy in full pads. You're like, hit him. I remember they did that. Like they're coming off a broken leg, and I was like, God damn, dude, holy shit! It's been 2 months.
Yeah, I did that up in New England, and it worked out really well for me.
Yeah, but you forget how to be violent like that. You know what I mean? I know it's in there, but like that was a very unnatural thing to be that violent and that competitive, and to work that hard at something. You ain't gonna be like, you know, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Once you're out, you can't go back.
Nah.
go to curling.
Go to curling. That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Anything else suck about retirement? Oh, hemorrhoids, man. Just getting older, having little elements. Like,
that was a tough transition. We're going right from...
You can cut that. I'm trying to think of something that sucks about... Is that what it is?
Yeah, hydrate.
Man, I had a mean hemorrhoid a month ago. I never used to get hemorrhoids when I played.
So he just goes, bro, hydrate.
Just the generic, drink water. That'll fix your hemorrhoids. Is that real that hemorrhoids are caused from dehydration?
I don't know.
Yeah. Are you on the toilet like,
I'm just thinking about things that suck in retirement, like little things like the arthritis gets worse.
Yeah.
You don't sleep as well. You know, like
the lack of routine, I think, is a legitimate one that we can maybe. But it's like you get so used to the specific routine of football. I don't know if you guys experience
healthcare. I pay for my own healthcare.
Speaking of, let's have a conversation with Greenlight Pod HR about healthcare. No, but like,
just got some bad news about that today, guys.
I still think of my life, my season breakdown in terms of like off season. You know, summer.
That's a key.
In season, I'm in season. Like I get to the end of August, I'm like, fuck, I gotta get my routine. Like it's the season. It's like, bro, you've been retired for fucking years, buddy.
Do you not feel like you lose your mind a little bit in August?
I get a little antsy.
I get antsy. I get antsy in August. It hadn't happened to you yet.
So those routine-based habits, Kelce, are tough to.
Yeah.
All right.
We should probably get out of here before the
get a little hot in these rhinos.
Hey guys,
I know why you're dehydrated.
Beautiful sauna in here.
Guys, thank you so much. Hey, it was like, you know, I felt so bad about pulling him in here, but I'm really glad we did.
This has been great.
So it's good to see you
we
guys,
just did essentially exactly what we did.
Basically, we were like, do you want to go outside and do this?
Why don't we go in a super hot fucking RV and we'll fucking do the same thing. We'll have all these same conversations.
Cheers.
Yeah, the worst part about retirement is that we don't get to do this more.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's all.
We can fix this.
I miss the guys.
So let's just keep doing that.
That's the hardest part.
Let's just keep doing this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's do this. Every week.
It's too hot in here.
Let's go someplace else where there's air conditioning.